All right, Shalom.
So on.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakwadash. We want to give double honors to our apostle Millstone, who teach very well. But we learned this truth from and salutation out there to the hopeful elect who continue to push this word in all truth, faith, and sincerity. And also, shalom to the men, women, and children who sincerely believe upon the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. And yeah, we're the brothers from the GMS Birmingham camp. I got the brother
Josiah Wong.
and I'm the brother Ryan. And basically, we're just going to go in about doing the work of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Because ultimately, that's why we're here, man. You know, it's not like the Lord basically, gave us this word or gave us this truth just for GP. No, it's actually to be applied, man. It's actually to save our lives, especially in the dangerous times that we're coming in, because it's not like, matter of fact, I'm going to start with the precept, man, Isaiah 33 and 6, because it's banging in my head, man. Because at the end of the day, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, us doing this work is going to preserve us in the dangerous times that's coming ahead, man. What does the scripture say in the book of Revelations 12 and 12? Esau shall come down having great wrath because he knew that he had but a short time. How you gonna defend that for the lack of battle words? How you gonna try to get away from that evil, from that wrath that's gonna come down with great wrath? Hey, you have to go under the shadow of the Almighty, man. Basically, you're gonna have to do the work, man. And then, again, the title of this video: if you don't work, you don't eat, man. If you don't serve the Lord, you're not going to be protected. But if you do, then call along. Because number one, Yahweh Shema Shai, he's a great king. One thing about a king or somebody with royalty, they pay you with what you pass. Oh, let's say if your check is $100 and a 10% tip is $10. A royal guy, he'll give you another 100. He'll give you double fold to show you his status, man. And that's what the Lord is doing unto us, because the labors and the things that we're doing right now is not in vain. It's going to lead unto our salvation, but it's ultimately going to lead unto a reward in the kingdom of heaven, man. But go ahead and get that Isaiah 33 and 6 for me out real quick, Papa Kushah.
Isaiah 33 and 6. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times.
And right there, it says the wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. So in order to be stable with everybody in a perplexed spirit, you're going to have to get the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Shema Shai. Read that again, not from the top.
This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, is his treasure.
So again, in order to you to be delivered or to be stable, you're going to have to come in the sanctuary of the Lord, man. And you can't come any and every type of way. And you can't come with any and every type of doctrine too, man. Because it's one wisdom and one doctrine and one understanding that Yahweh Shema Shai is talking about, man. Because a lot of these guys, they try to make excuses for not to go out on the highways and byways. A lot of these guys, they trying to make excuses for basically being slothful. But Yahweh Shema Shai, when Yahweh Shai, he was out there, what it says, he taught daily in the gates, man. So we have to follow after that spirit, man. Again, we got to follow after that spirit being in season, instant in season and out season, man. Because now, since we're coming into the springtime, a lot of these Israelites, they coming out the woodworks, man. A lot of these guys, they coming out like you been out here, but where you was in the winter, man. Where the believers came out in the winter, that means you just missed the harvest, man. You just missed a sheep. Why? Because you was too lazy to get up, or you was too scared to go out there and work, man. But I'm going to go ahead and get this real quick in Ephesians 1 And one, because why? Yahweh Shai, he was the ultimate example for us. And again, we have to follow after him. Read this right here. This is the book of Ephesians 4 and verse 4. There is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling, because ultimately we're doing this work. Why? To be delivered. Lord willing, to be a part of that number, man. You know? Continuing on, though. It says one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one power, and Father of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all, man. So basically, in Ephesians, one thing it says that everybody have to be in harmony for the lack of better words, man. Papa Kashar, can you give me Salakia? Can you give me what that is? First Peter's, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, give me Second Peter's 1 and verse 10 real quick, man. Because ultimately, again, one body, everybody have to follow. Everything have to be in harmony. And for the lack of better words, it have to be an example set, man. You know? You got that out?
This is Second Peter chapter 1 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
It says, give diligence to make the calling of your election sure. Real quick, I'm going to look up this word diligence, just a regular Google definition. It says, diligence, careful in persistent work or effort, man. Because again, Yahweh Shemau Shai, he deal with consistency. Some of these similar words. Get some of these similar words. One of these similar words is what? Rigor. You know? It says carefulness, thoroughness, intensity, effort, concentration, care, attention, continuance, laborness, man. You know? All these things is talking about diligence, man. Doing the work and constantly doing the work of Yahweh Shai, man. And ultimately, we're talking to ourselves first, man. We pray that we continue to endure until the part of you enduring until the your lessons, man. You know, and whether you feel like it or not, you gotta go up and go to work. And one of these opposites with its antonyms is what? Laziness. Either you're going to be diligent or either you're going to be lazy. Baba Goshak, you can give me that in the book of Revelations, whether you be cold or hot. I think it's like 18, if I'm not mistaken. Revelations 3. Because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shemau Shai, he have a standard for us, man. And the standard that the Lord is giving to us is not to just sit down on our ass. No, man. It's to do the work and to do the things that he told us to do. And what did he tell us to do? Ezekiel 35 and 5, prophesy against Mount Seir. You know, preach, you know, what it says, prophesy against great kingdoms, you know, and all that, man. And that's really the spirit of the Lord working with us. Because the things that we're saying is not for GP. No, it's actually coming to pass right before our eyes. It's 15, Salakia, Revelation 3 and 15.
I got you. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
There's it. It says, I know thy works. Right there, it says, the Lord know you better than you know yourself, man. But you got to do Salakia.
I would thou wert cold or hot.
And right now, the Lord said you're going to be either cold or hot. If you be in a great area, for the lack of better words, that's death, man. You know, even with certain foods and shit like that, you can eat steak at medium rare. It's halfway done, but it's cold on the inside. You get sick. One of the sickest things that you can ever taste is a cold hot pocket, man. When you throw it in the microwave, you know, and you take it out, you think it's done, and you bite into it, and it's cold too. Hot on the outside, cold on the inside. You spit it out, and that's what the Lord is saying. You gotta continue.
That's bad. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
So the Lord said he will spew you out of his mouth, man, if you're not on fire for this word, man. Even Jeremiah said that, man. It's not like your words are fire in my bones. Basically, Jeremiah, he couldn't hold back for the lack of better words, man. You know, he had to come out and preach the words of Yahweh Hashem Shai, man. Right here, it says the word spew, vomit forth, throw up. So Lord, he's going to spit you out. Right here is going to the Strongs in the lexicon. It says to reject with extreme disgust, man. Because the Lord is disgusting. You serving, Esau. You work hard as hell at your job for Esau, but when it comes to the Lord, you have ass in it, man. That's a disgusting spirit. The power that created you, you don't want to give him your all, you know.
Okay.
And again, that's why going back to that Isaiah 33, the fear of the Lord is his treasure, because we'll move with fear, just like Noah. Because do you know it's a penalty for not being on fire? Again, what's that penalty? The Lord, he's going to spew you out. He's going to throw you up. He's going to reject you with extreme disgust, man. And that's a fearful thing. You don't want the Lord to say he never knew you because you didn't do your all, you know? You got something up?
Come, Baba Kashai, you'll grab that my servant shall eat, you know, because just going in, you know, you don't work, you don't eat. You know, so we got to be working, you know, got to be on fire for this thing, you know, and we got to endure to the end. We got to constantly do it. Just going back on what you said, you know, we got to constantly, you know, be rigorous, you know, constantly laboring. Because what the scripture said, for if you put your hand to the plow, you know, and look back, roughly paraphrasing, you ain't fit for the kingdom.
That's it.
You know, so we must be on fire, you know, and this, you know, he ain't even checking me. You know, through the spirit, you know, that I got to be on fire. I don't want the Lord, to, like you said, to say, I never knew you, you know.
And it's heavy because like when we do these videos, really, we be talking to ourselves, man. You know, for lack of better words, we take our own advice, man. You know, because at the end of the day, it's a penalty for not, serve Yahweh Shema Shai correctly, man. You know, but you got to do what?
This is Isaiah chapter 65 in verse 14. Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart. No, not on 13. This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 13. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, behold, my servants shall eat. You see? And he said his servants shall eat. You know, and that just go along with the topic that you pick. You know, if you don't work, you don't eat. If you're not serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you ain't gonna eat, man. You know,
why would you look for a 40-hour check? You know what I'm saying? When you ain't go to work all week, you can't be mad with nobody at yourself, man.
That's it.
You know, you gotta do it.
That's it. But ye shall be hungry. You know, so if you're not serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you know, like the brother said, if you don't work, you don't eat. You're going to be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. You know, and, you know, so like if I may, you know, if people are paying attention, you know, you got all these rivers, you know, that have been polluted, you know, with these toxins and things, you know. Well, if you're not serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, you're not going to drink. You know, you're going to be bad out here. The Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai about to do miracles. You know, to the carnal mind, they thinking like, God damn, the water supplies is contaminated. You know, I'm screwed. You know, but we depending on the words of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. He said, my servant shall drink. My servant shall eat. You know,
hey, so if I may ask, like, what will a servant do? A servant work for you, man.
That's
you know, and for the lack of better words, their servant at the end of the day, he get done working, he want his wages. Because a part of us being delivered and having these miracles in a time of Jacob's trouble is going to be because we did these works, man. You know, you gotta do even even though in 2nd Ezra the 9th chapter, what it says, those that shall be saved by faith in their works, man. You No, and even like the works you do daily, for lack of better words, even the guys who ain't even built up to teaching, guys who's just believer, even stop eating pork. You stop coming to doji. That's a part of doing the work of your how about Shah, man. Then it get bigger. Now you telling people that they are Israelites now, man. Then it get bigger. Now you out there at the camp bringing the precept, man. Yahweh Shemal Shah, he's all about growth, and this growth is going to lead us to everlasting life. You got to do what?
Salakia. It says, behold, my servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Mm-hmm. You got it, bro. Okay. It says, but ye shall be ashamed, man, because you thought that we was some crazy guys on the corner. You thought that our works was in vain, but ultimately our work saved our life. That's why the second Ezra, the fifth, not second Ezra, the Wisdom of Solomon, the fifth chapter is going to be making much more sense once we get closer into that day, man. Then shall that righteous man stand in great boldness in the face of them that have afflicted him. And also, what happened to that righteous man in Wisdom of Solomon, the fifth chapter? He got beamed up in front of everybody who was scoffing at him. And when you jump down, it says, this is the man that whom we had sometimes in derision. Which meaning what? They was talking shit about us, man. Okay. But hey, you ain't gonna be talking shit in the midst of the famine when we're eating and we're getting satisfied with bread and water and you starving, man. You ate your kids. You know what I'm saying? You ate Kiki. You ate little poo-poo. You feel me? Now, it got to the point now you eating down your fingernails, your pinky finger missing because you ate it. The Lord is finna get ready, like the brother just mentioned, the Lord is finna ready to get down in order to push forth these miracles, man. Because in order for a miracle to kick in, you must be put in a dangerous situation, man. Like Daniel in the lion's den. In order for Yahweh Shemal Shah to deliver him out of that situation, he had to put him in it first, man. Baba Kasha, continuing on it.
Behold, my servants shall sing for joy of heart.
Hey, and because when we get these miracles done, we're gonna say, call Allah Yahweh Shemal Shah. Because we're gonna know our work and labor is not gonna be in vain, man. It's like you get that direct deposit. We're gonna get a direct deposit in the spirit, man. You're gonna have a happy countenance knowing that you did the right thing, man, and it paid off at the end. And that's a saying in a sports world, even in the world, man. Hard work pays off, man. You got to do what?
And so, like, if I may, we laying up treasures in heaven.
God, I got that lot through the spirit. I got that.
Good.
This the book of Matthew. That's the spirit, man. This is the book of Matthew 6. It's like this computer running slow. I got you right here. This is the book of Matthew, and you break it down, huh?
God.
It's the book of Matthew 6, and I'm gonna jump down. Matthew 6, and I'm gonna jump down to verse 19. It says, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where a moth and the rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal.
That's right, man. Thieves can steal this money. This fiat currency. This bread. They say your richest profit is nothing in the day of the Lord's wrath. This money ain't about nothing, man. You look at people going crazy. These bank runs. These banks going under. This money is not gonna do you no good. In the times that we finna go into, in the times of famine. In the time of all our hell breaking loose. Your money's not gonna be able to deliver you. But this spiritual bank account that we investing in.
Is it?
We putting money in this spiritual bank account. We laboring. Just like you mentioned earlier, Yahweh Shemi Shai is not unrighteous. Forget our works and labors of love, man. He see that. They taking account. The angels reporting back. But you got it.
It says, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
That's right, man. They can't take what Yahweh Shimmy Shai got for us.
That's it.
You know.
And if I may, it's everlasting, man.
That's
because
it.
even let's say even if you get a fat check, you're gonna have to go to work the next week to get the same results. Hey, for lack of better words, the check that the Lord gonna give us is gonna last for eternity, man.
Ooh.
You know.
We said like James Brown said, Salaki.
You got it.
No, I was just finna say Salaki like James Brown used to say. What's that song he did? The Big Payback.
Oh, come.
You know, man, we finna get paid, man. Lord willing, we endure to the end. You know, it's a clause in the contract. Blessed is he that endureth unto the end. You know, for the saints shall be saved. So we got to keep enduring. We got to keep, you know, staying on fire, keep doing the work, you know, keep pushing, you know, keep fighting, keep believing. You know, even when we fall, you know what the scriptures say, a just man falleth seven times.
Yep.
You know, just like on the job. You know, on the job, you're going to fuck up. You know, but the key is to keep you got to keep going. You got to keep working. You know, well, on this job here, we don't need Yahweh Shimmy Shai to fire us. You don't want to get fired. You know, when you get fired, you really fucked up.
You can't pay your bills and nothing like that. You can't get nothing to eat. You ain't even got enough money to pay a bill, man.
That's it.
I got one more verse for y'all. Verse 21. It says, "For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also."
That's it. You know,
and if I may add on it,
you got it.
If I may add on it, basically, what you put your attention to, your time to, man. Mm-hmm. You know what you desire. You know what you have a passion for. You know, because when you go into the word passion, it actually goes into burning too. Like people say they have a burning passion about something, a fervent passion about something. You're supposed to have a fervent passion about this truth, man.
That's it.
You know, and it shows if you have a fervent passion about something else, man. Because there's like another thing that's trying to distract you from your job. You know what I'm saying? But you got to do it.
Man. You know, and that's bad. You know, you think about you on a job, you know, and you doing other things. You know, you working at hardest, but you doing shit. You running off and you trying to work for McDonald's too, and you trying to do other shit. You know, your boss gonna get tired of that shit. You know. Well, we got to be focused on serving Yahweh Shimmy Shai. This is how we gonna eat. Mm-hmm. You know, this is how we laying up treasures in heaven. You know, Salaki, you got it.
I got this real quick. I'm gonna get that Thessalonians real quick. Just going back, like you say, you don't work, you don't eat. But it's a heavy point, like you said, you work at hardest, and you at hardest, but you come in that motherfucker with a McDonald's hat on, man.
Yeah,
you know, you the enemy now, for the lack of better words, man. You know, because if you leave this truth, like it says there in the book of Hebrews, if you leave this I don't want to butcher, I'm gonna get it, but get this read this 2 Thessalonians real quick, God, because if you leave this truth, this beautiful word, you basically saying that Yahweh Shai died in vain, man. You know, this good knowledge, this good faith, you tasted a good gift. Let me get that real quick, Salakia. Let me get there real quick, because if you taste this good gift and turn back, then ultimately you piss the Lord off, man. You know, the Lord, he's the boss. He hired you. You agreed on the wages. You see what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, when it started getting closer into closing time, you start slacking. You start going on. You stop showing up for work, man. And you get mad at the end of the week when your check is not full. It's not gonna be full because of why you didn't give this thing your all, man. You know?
Salaki, a man can't serve two masters.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Heavy. So you can't serve two masters because the Lord, he desires your undivided attention, man. You know, for lack of better words, all hands on deck with this. Let me get this Bible shot real quick though, Salaki. This is the book of Hebrews 6, and I'm gonna jump down to verse. I'm gonna start at verse 4. Hebrews 6 and verse 4. It says, "For it is impossible for those who was once in life and have tasted the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Spirit." What is this talking about? The guys that knew about this truth, You out on the highways and byways, you actually committed to a certain sense. Whether now you got a Hebrew name now, you know, or now you got fringes on the t-shirt, you know. Now you stop eating pork, you stop committing adultery. You telling your folks about it. They calling you crazy because you believe in a new religion and stuff like that. Hey, it's a certain commitment that come with this word that you can't come back from. Because what you gonna tell your folks now? You back at the Thanksgiving dinner, man. Now you back at your grandma's house in the middle of Christmas. You know, even they gonna think this man wasn't serious about that. Let's continue on. It says, and have tasted the good word of the Most High and the powers of the world to come, because ultimately this work is going to lead into the kingdom of heaven, man. This work is going to actually lead into something bigger. You know, it says, if they shall fall away, to renew them again into repentance, seeing they crucified themselves, the Son of the Most High, afresh, and put him to an open shame. So basically, you bringing Yahweh name down, man. Because again, once you go around your folks again, they're gonna say, "What about that power you was believing in? You know, what about this? I thought you don't eat pork. I thought you don't commit adultery. You basically was a damn hypocrite. You was a fucking actor the whole time, man. And you put the Lord to an open shame. And the Lord is not going to go back on the cross to die for you niggas, man. You know, because really, when you go into it, in order for us to receive this word, this understanding, this truth, and this knowledge, the Lord had to die, man. This blood, you know, when these people say blood money, this blood money, man. And Yahweh Shah, he's going to get it back in blood if you don't do what he says, man. You know? But Salaki, you got it.
That was hard. Which you wanted? 2 Thessalonians what? 3?
3 and start at verse. Start at verse 7. Yeah, start at verse 7.
This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 3, verse 7. For yourselves know how ye ought to follow us. For we behave not ourselves disorderly among you.
And they're starting off with the apostles and elders, man. They the one that set the example. These men are up in age and they do a lot of videos, man. You know, and that cut me. You know, you got to do up.
Neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you.
And right there, because even though you go in the ancient world, the apostles, they had to travel and things like that. That was a grievous work. But you fast forward today, well, you can wake up in the middle of the night and the pastor just upload a new video at 3 o'clock in the morning, man. Day and night, this work is going out, man. But it's not for naught. It's not just for GP. No, it's meant for the people to come into the Lord, man. You got to do up.
Not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you to follow us.
Yes, and again, the apostles and elders, they are the ultimate example, man. And when what they push forth, do the work. You know, you gotta
for even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat.
Hey, you don't work, you don't eat, man. and that's the spirit of Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? Because through the spirit, in order to receive that reward that's coming up, you know, the kingdom of heaven, righteousness, peace forevermore, rest, you have to come into this labor, man. You know, real quick, I'm going to get this Matthew 11, and I'm going to jump down to the bottom. Because this, you know, for lack of better words, the Lord, he didn't give us a hard task, man. The Lord ain't telling us to, you know, goddamn do a whole concrete slab of some crazy shit, man. You know, you over exhausting your back and over exhausting your body. No, the Lord, he's giving you a mental work, man. You know, a mental labor, man, in order to receive an everlasting life. It starts with the mind. You got to start at verse Matthew 11 in verse 28.
This is Matthew chapter 11, verse 28. Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden.
Right there, man. Because it's like, my bad. You got it. No. Finish it off.
Khan, Salaki. And I will give you rest.
Come, it says, come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. Because in the world, man, you try to seek peace or refuge in the world, you're not going to get it. You have to come to Yahweh Shai to receive rest, man. You know, you got to.
Khan, take my yoke upon you.
Now, real quick, what is that yoke? Once you go into that yoke, man, it goes into oxen. They go in there and they used to walk and dig and, you know, dig the furrows in the ground so the seed can get planted. And that's a laborer's work, man. But that yoke is actually a benefit, man. You can't get tired of the yoke. You have to embrace it. You gotta
Khan, and learn of me.
Yes, because once you take upon that yoke, you're gonna learn the scriptures. You're gonna learn about everlasting life. You got it.
For I am meek and lowly in heart.
You got it.
And ye shall find rest unto your souls.
So ultimately, us enter into this labor. This is how we're finding rest in our souls. Let me get something real quick. I think this Ecclesiastes 5 and like 12. It says the sleep of a laborer's man. Because ultimately, when Yahweh Shai, you know, deliver us and give us this ultimate rest, it's going to be rest like no other. Even once we get done with camp, man, the best sleep I ever have, you know, throughout the week is when we get done with camp and I sleep, you know, that Saturday night, man. Because you sleeping good, knowing that you did the work of Yahweh Shai. You know, I got this real quick. This Ecclesiastes 5 and 12. The sleep of a laboring man is sleep. It's like the sleep of the laboring man is sweet. Yes, the laboring man is us. Us out there that's pushing his work. Continuing on, whether he eat a little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. So basically, you know, going back, it says the laboring the sleep of a laboring man is sweet, man. So basically, us doing this work and us doing the works of Yahweh Shai, again, whether it be us doing these daily epistles, us out there on the highways and byways, you know, reading. It ain't like it just stopped. No, it's a continuous thing. You feel me? But it says what? That laboring man, his sleep is going to be sweet, man. You're going to actually have true rest once you come in the refuge of Yahweh Shai, man. It says whether he eat little or much. You know, sometimes you don't even eat after you do a lesson, but you still sleep good, man. But you got, I'll go back to that Matthew 11.
This is Matthew chapter 11 verse 30. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light.
So Yahweh Shai, he don't ask much of us, man. You know, the Lord, he is not like the Lord is giving you a tedious task. No, it's a tedious task, but he's not giving you a hard task, man. He's not giving you something to put you to death. No, he's giving you something to basically put you to life. You know, I'm gonna get this real quick in the book of Sirach 33. It says this is Sirach 33, and I'm gonna start at verse 24. It says, "Fonder a one in burdens are for the ass, in bread correction in work for a servant." Right here, man. And that's the spirit, because ultimately, Yahweh Shai, it says that the bread of life, it says correction. Because even you made a point earlier, you said, yeah, once you at work and you fuck up, you can't quit. You know, when you go at work, you fuck up. Now somebody correct you, and now you higher up in the position now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how the Lord works. It says in work for a servant. It says, if thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest.
That's it.
Right there, us laboring is ultimately going to lead into that comfort. It says, but if thou let him go idle, he will seek liberty. And that idleness actually goes back into you being lukewarm, man. And it says, you shall seek liberty. It says, give not a woman the gad abroad. You know? It says, a yoke and collar do bow the neck, which means what? That yoke of Yahweh Shai for that slothful servant. That slothful servant, he will not embrace that yoke of Yahweh Shai. It says, a yoke and collar does bow the neck. So are tortures and torments for an evil servant. So it's grievous for these niggas to do the work of Yahweh Shai, man. That's why they don't do it. And the only way these niggas be on fire is when they get on somebody else. They can't be on fire when the prophecies come to pass. They gotta be on fire getting on GMS or some crazy shit like that, going into the break doctrine. That's how we know that you niggas are an evil servant. It says, send him to labor that he be not idle. Yeah, do the work, man.
Right.
Niggas' whole ministry is damn sitting around proving the apostles wrong. Man, the Lord said, send you to labor, nigga, prophesy, man.
That's it.
Be not idle, for idleness teaches much evil, man. Because if you be idle, you know, and that's like them still waters, for lack of better words, those muddy waters, the waters that don't have no flow, that's time for that bacteria to grow, man. You can't drink water that sit there for 2 years. You drink that, you're gonna be sick as hell. Water have to flow. The rivers are living water, man. You got something to say?
Oh, so like if I may, you know, just thinking about what you were saying, you know, we speaking on serving, you know, something in my past that I did, I was a server. You know, I did fine dining, you know, and it's a certain way you gotta serve. You know, you put your you put the plate down, but you pick up from the right. You put your plate down on the left and you pick up from the right side. You pour from the left side. You know, so it's a certain way that we gotta serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
That's it.
You know, prophesy. He told us to warn the people. What he said, I have made thee a watchman, give them warning from me. You know, so would it be warning the people, prophesying, you know, exhortation, you know, the Lord is giving straight commandment, man. It's a certain way that we're supposed to, you know, serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Beautiful.
You know,
beautiful, because again, you can't basically turn your back on the king. You can't deny the king's request. You know, the Lord told you to go out on the highways byways. You got to do it, or you're going to end up like Jonah. You know, He gonna make you do the work. Let's continue on. You got some more on it out?
Oh, that was it.
Let's continue on this Sirach 33, and I'm gonna start at verse 27. Again, it says, send him to labor that he be not idle, for idleness teaches much evil, because that's why in your leisure time is good to study. Because if you don't, ultimately you're going to go deeper in the pit of Babylon. It says, set him to work as it is fit for him, because ultimately some brothers are more studious than others. Some brothers do the work more than others. You're supposed to want to get out and do better. You're supposed to have your mind, you ain't did enough, you know? For lack of better words, man, because we can never go far enough serving Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man.
That's right.
You know? It says, if he be not obedient, put on more heavy fetters. So if you don't be obedient, the Lord gonna put more hell upon you, man. You know? But just going back, the Lord, he's putting us in this truth. He's putting us in this work. He's putting us in this, this laboring lifestyle in order to receive a reward. Because at the end of the day, when you work, when you were serving, you know, at the end of the day, when it comes, when that sun go down, for lack of better words, when the sun go down on the Western society, the Lord, he's going to have the payment for us, man. And that is going to be salvation in the kingdom of heaven, because that's in the law. At the end of the day, the servant is going to get paid. So at the end of this current kingdom, the Lord is going to pay us with salvation and mercy, and ultimately the kingdom of heaven, the first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, man. You know, you got it, though. You got some?
Oh, no.
That was it. With that, we just pray this video was edifying. We want to say, Call Halal Yimla Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Bahashim, Shalom, DTA, and a Bob.
Soon, very soon.
Right now.